Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome. How are you? How is everybody? I'm used to doing a morning show on Wednesdays, and I'm not doing the morning show today. I'm only doing today's business touch. So, I want to touch base today and kind of give you guys an idea of how I started out with figuring out what my avatar was. So, I'll talk about what an avatar is in just a moment. So, welcome. It's 3:02 in the afternoon here, Pacific Standard Time. My name is Michael Elmers. I'm a clinical neurolinguistic programming hypnotherapist. I've been in practice for 25 years, um, owning my own business. Started with one office in Sherman Oaks, California, then it moved into two locations in Long Beach. Prior to Sherman Oaks, I was in Orange County as well for a little while. And then at the before prior pandemic, we had four office locations, and now we're all working remote. So I want to talk to you a little bit about today about what your avatar should be and what is an avatar. Should you be using an avatar for your business, and how do you come about knowing what your avatar needs to be? So, I'm an avatar is basically going to be what it is that you need to understand about your clients. So take a moment and think about who your client dynamics are. What are they? Who are they? Where are they coming from? Have you been getting them offline? Have they been from live events? And it's interesting because I was told to do this a long time ago, and I never really looked a lot into it because I thought, well, I kind of serve everybody. And the problem with serving everybody is that, you've got this big internet of people, this big weave of people. And one thing I learned very on in my business is that you can't be everything to everybody. So it's better that you hone in on your business and find out what it is you do first. What are services do you offer? What type of services are you looking to do? What do you enjoy doing, first of all? Because if you don't enjoy the services you're giving and what you're giving the people out there, and you're still doing it, it's possible that you're not serving them well, and you're not serving yourself well, because you're not going to be able to enjoy what it is that you're doing. Um, Find out first what you want to do. Find out how you are servicing these people. So if it's remote, then stick to a remote platform. If you're doing it a blended platform where you're partially in an office, partially in a remote service, then keep the blend going the same way. But the purpose of having an avatar, is that I for the first probably 2 years, I never really paid attention to who my audience was or who I was serving. All I did was serve, serve, serve. And if somebody came to me and I felt that I could take them on as a client, I would take them on and start to work with them. If I felt like I couldn't take them on, I usually would refer them out. And that worked out for a long, long time, but I never had an idea what the demographics were that were using my services. Um, that's why it's so important to be able to collect email addresses, keep information on your clients. It's great to be able to reach out to a client, say in a year, and say, oh no, hey, this is Michael with Deeper States of Mind and Wellness. I'm just reaching out. I'm wondering how, your daughter so and so is doing and how things are doing. Did she get into the college she was looking to get into? Those demographics make a huge difference because it builds this connection with you and your clients. So to know those little things, sending out a birthday card, we think, oh, it's a birthday card coming from a business, but it makes a huge difference. It really does. It makes a big difference unconsciously when they receive that, oh, he thought of me. So that's really important to do. Um, Another thing you want to keep in mind is really important to be able to stay in touch with that client. So now it's much easier than it was when I started business. Now they have what they call autoresponders, where you set up the autoresponder, it sends a birthday wish out to every one of your people on your client list. We have had problems with that because we got onto the wagon of that late, and never really had somebody to program that for us. So I do the best I can with it, and then I have offshore people that are doing it now and starting to create it. I was gonna say it's. I was trying to think of some other ways you can keep in touch with them, but it's really important. People still, if you want to send a postcard, that's great. It's not so much the method that people communicate in anymore. It's great because they see it. It puts you out from above the rest of them, right? Puts you above the rest of the other people. So postcard, I still think is valid. If you send out a postcard and then a follow up with an email, it's great. Or follow up with a text message. Either one of those two connections will connect you to that client a little bit more, and at least remind them that you're still there. We go back, our client list is 20 some years old. So I can go back on my client list and find people that are on the client list, and some of them didn't have emails back then, or some had emails and didn't use them. They were like Hotmail at hotmail.com, right? Which I think still works, but a lot of them have like changed emails now and gone on to Gmail, have kind of put themselves on mainstream. But and some of those have disappeared. AOL is still there, but barely, right? So a lot of people did change their email addresses during that time. One thing that you can do also is to send out gift packages for a holiday, specific holiday. You can always, if your top tier clients, send them gifts, physical gifts, like maybe a fruit basket, or maybe something that just reminds them that you're still in business and you're here to serve them. Remind them that you're still there. So let's get back to an avatar. And what is an avatar? An avatar is going to be a fake person, or an ideal person that purchases your product. So let's say you have an ideal person. So for my client base, sometimes it varies. But one thing I'll tell you is that, so during sports season, when the sports start back up, and just right before summer, I start getting a lot of athletes coming in and wanting to work with us. Um, People seem to want to stop smoking during Christmas and during the holidays and during January. It's this renewal time, right? So create your avatars. For me, my avatar really, really is between people the age of 20 and 50 that are actually looking to do something different with their lives. 50 on is a different avatar. That avatar is hitting this place where they're having health problems, or something's come up, or something they never dealt with before. They'll reach out, and that becomes that avatar. But you can have multiple avatars. Each avatar should represent at least three. Each avatar should represent the age that's coming in to work with you, male or female. Where they, sometimes you can narrow that down all the way to the locations they're coming in from: Northern California, Southern California. Maybe you're getting a lot of people in from Las Vegas. Wonder why, what's happening with that. So the more information and data you can continue to keep under that avatar, the more you're going to know that that avatar or that person is looking for services from you. As you build your avatars, it'll help you go in and segregate your email list. So now you have an idea or understanding at an age group, right? So when you send out an email, if you want to talk about, maybe you have an article about retirement, your age group that is between 20 and 35 or 40 are not looking to retire. So the age group that you send that email out to, if it's not appropriate, they're going to start looking like it's getting spammy for them, and they just won't even open them, or they'll just ignore you. So then when you have something that's important for that age group, your avatar is not going to be representative of that, and they're not going to get it. They're not going to open it because they've had so much other spammy stuff that wasn't really geared towards their age, or towards their likes or their dislikes. And people say it's kind of scary what Google's doing right now. But the big thing is imagine if you got bombarded now with everything that was nothing to do with your likes or dislikes. You would quit opening your email, or you quit responding or interacting, right? So the thing is that the more you can hone in on your client's needs, the more you're going to be able to hone in on what it is that they want, or what they're looking for, and the services that are appropriate for them. So if we bring in a smoker, and that smoker is, say, let's say 35, and we had 10 smokers in the last year that were 35 years old looking to quit smoking, that's kind of a pop-up for us, right? It's like, oh, so there were 10 people last year that came in to stop smoking. They were all 35 years old. So now I'm going to start looking and saying, okay, maybe is it worth it to run an ad towards a 35-year-old person who lives single, maybe, and is living in Glendale, California, and who's looking to stop smoking? Is that relevant? So the more understanding you have of each avatar, the more you're going to be able to not just market to that client, but to be able to connect to that client, to be able to give that client more of an understanding of what your business is, what you have to offer that person, and it speaks to them. It will speak to them in more of an understanding of, oh, okay, they can relate to me, or yeah, this makes sense, or oh, I love this article. So the avatar is just basically a fake. Look, take a piece of paper, right? Write down 3 avatars. And look at your business profile. Look at, if hopefully you've been in business for a little while, because this doesn't work if you're just starting out, because your business is going to change, right? It's a test marketing basically for the first probably year and a half to figure out who your clients are going to be and where they're coming from. But usually after 2 years, you should have an understanding of who your avatar is, who your clients are, where they're coming from, what are they looking for, and what do they come looking for at certain specific times, right? So once you have that knowledge, take that piece of paper and just put in 3 avatars. So the first avatar would be, and take a name of one of your clients. So let's say Bobby. Bobby is a 45-year-old man. He came in looking for weight loss. He lived in, let's say, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. That's going to be an interesting group, right? Because now they must eat differently, they must respond differently, their actions are different. So if you can hone in on that, and let's say you start building this avatar, and that's a person, the demographics you want to go after, then now you know you're going to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads towards Atlanta, Georgia. You're going to look for the person who's in that age range, and how many pounds was he overweight. And let's say you keep getting them like that, right? So your 2 years of taking data are 2 years of taking data are reflecting upon this person, and the rest of them start to look like that. So this person's doing that, this person's doing that. Now you have 25 people in Atlanta, Georgia, losing weight that enjoy peach pie during the summer, right? So maybe you want to do an ad or do a email to every one of your clients that are doing weight loss on how to make a low fat, non-fat peach pie for the summer. All right. It relates to the client, and I think it's so important nowadays to be able to have that build, that connection, that relationship with each client as you move through their profile. But the only way you'll do that is you build that avatar, and know that avatar, those avatars represent what your clients are and who's coming to you and who's working with you. The more you can build on a client base, the more demographics you understand, the more understanding of who they are, what they're looking for is going to be. It's like a golden ticket to your email addresses, because then you can go and you can segregate your email addresses based upon what you know is working for you, but also what it is that those clients are looking for and their age ranges. So you want to make sure that your emails are appropriate to the client. You want to make sure that the information you're giving to them is appropriate, and make sure that if you're going to do a birthday wish, it's great, because now you know everybody that is in the month of May on your client list that has a birthday in the month of May. Month of June, everybody who has a birthday in month of June. Well, you're not going to know that if you don't have those segregated lists within your email list. But know that those avatars are crucial, because as you build, you're going to find that your avatars fit the people that you're bringing into your practice or to your business, or who are walking into your door from your brick and mortar. They're all going to have this avatar, right? They're going to, I mean, you can't, it's almost like, I guess the understanding would be like if you own a women's clothing store and you're going and you're getting emails from all over, everywhere you can get an email, and you're getting men, boys, young women, old women, and you're marketing all women's clothes to them. So what's going to happen is it's going to become inappropriate marketing to them, and they're either going to ignore you or get rid of you. So that's why it's so important too that your avatar reflects on your product, and that your products are reflecting towards your avatar. They have to be cohesive with each other. The good thing is that there's a lot of apps out there. There's a lot of platforms that'll help you segregate your lists, keep track of emails, keep track of their personal information. Databases are excellent. I use a product called ConvertKit, which I love. We're trying to switch over to something called Guru Funnels, which seems to be kind of a ripoff. They're very expensive. They don't have their product doesn't work. Pieces of it work, pieces of it don't. Trying to think what else. A spreadsheet. If you don't have any kind of funds and you're just starting out, then do a spreadsheet. Every day after your end of your day, go back in, input your clients that you got off the day's list, right? Go in and put in what you can about them, their age, what they liked, what they didn't like. Are they smokers, non-smokers? Segregate your list so you know what those clients where they're coming in from. You can sort those lists based on percentages, right? So, or based on what your input is. Segregate your list so that you kind of know who's in what categories, and then you can market to those categories. Or even just like I said, wish them happy birthday in the month of May. I mean, so I keep as much information as I possibly can. We put it through the system, because remember, they're filling out for us, they're coming in online, or when we had brick and mortar, they're coming in, they're filling out you can't see it through here, but they're filling out a application that gives me all the information for what are they seeing a psychiatrist? Are they suffering any illnesses? Are they, what's their birth date? What do they like to do? What are their enjoyments? Um, Things like that. So it's interesting because a lot of times in the past, we never kept those demographics. And you see how marketing has evolved now. Marketing has turned into a thing where now it's like they know everything about you before you really realize they know everything about you, especially online. Um, but we don't have those big dollars. And as a company, as a small company, medium company, or just starting your new business, you may not have those resources. And it's really important to be able to find a way to make those resources work. And that's what I'm saying. It's either a spreadsheet or you do some of these applications that they have out there. And if you guys are interested in knowing more about that, let's see, we can maybe schedule a talk where we'll do a private talk. DM me with your email and we'll put you in an email list. And if you're interested in knowing more about how to understand who your client is and how to market to your client, send me an email and we'll get a group together. Maybe we do an online platform similar to this in a private room, and we can talk a little bit more and uncover a little bit more about how to bond, right? How to relate, how to build to your client list, and how to get that client list working for you, but also for you to work for your client. Keep in mind also a lot of stuff that we think is antiquated and gone, like making a phone call, still there. People will, even if you don't get through their voice, you get to their voicemail and you don't get to them. It's still that thing of, wow, they thought about me and they called, or just called to check in on me. That was kind of cool. I haven't heard from them for a while. So, and emails will get lost. That's the truth to this. The truth to all of this is that at the end of the day, you can send out 100 emails and maybe 10 go to their actual inbox and the rest are going to spam, or they're not getting them. They've changed their emails, or they've thought what you were sending wasn't relevant, so they unsubscribed. So you have to be on top of this all the time and constantly adding to it and removing to it. But it's well worth your time. Trust me. It's well worth your time. It's well worth your energy, because once you can build that in, you can set it up like that. It works for you. It becomes this thing where once a month, you can have your virtual assistant just send an email wishing all those people in May a happy birthday. Or you can just have them, say a general email that'll say, hey, how are you guys? Summer's coming. I know that you love peach pie. And, I have a recipe I want to share with you. It's a low fat peach pie. Now, if my whole demographics in Atlanta, Georgia, they're on weight loss and looking for peach pie, because we know peach pie is a big summer thing, right? We can segregate that list, put it all together, and get that email to go out just to the people that are on that list, just to the people under the Georgia list. All right. So remember, it's segregation's easy to do on an email when you have the right information. Start out immediately doing the proper information, collecting the proper information, because it's once that client's gone and you're not seeing that client, it's really tough to go back and be like, hey, I was just wondering when's your birthday, right? So you can. In the olden days, a lot of people used to do it. Matter of fact, I was just thinking my financial advisor, I think, did that one time. Called me back and said something like, oh, I was wondering when a certain date was of something I had done or something. And she put that in her tickler. We called them ticklers back then, into her autoresponder, and she sent me some kind of a letter or something, thanking me or congratulating me on the anniversary date of my business or something. But things like that are important to us, that to the individual, your client, you have to keep that in mind, because it feels good. I mean, they really enjoy that coming back to them. So your avatar, let's sum this up now. So the avatar is basically going to be 3 to 4 different fake or imaginary people. You're going to look at those imaginary people. You're going to think about what they came to you for, what their needs were, what their wants were, and what key things in their life were important to them, and put that into your list, and then create that avatar. And as you keep going, you can figure out these avatars will all fit together. Usually they don't go into any more than about 4 people. And if you are not finding your business niche, I really highly suggest you do find a niche for your business. Some say niche, some say niche. The business niche that you find for your business is important, because it allows you to be able to market relevantly to that client, so the client just feels like they're not just getting spam, or that they're just not getting stuff from that's not even relevant to them. All right. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate you. We kept this a little short today. Today's my birthday, and I intend to go out to a nice dinner or have a nice dinner. I believe that maybe my roommate might be making a nice dinner tonight, but I also need to go to the gym. Taking half the day off today, taking care of me today, and just relaxing and spending some quality time with me and my dogs and the puppy. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. And go out there, make a list, create 3 avatars, look at everybody you've ever seen in your business before, and find out what your avatar and your target market is. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today on this Monday afternoon. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hey, stay tuned for Friday, where we don't have a topic yet. I will give you guys a topic earlier. Probably, let me think about it tonight. I'll give you a topic by tomorrow. Come join me over on the Thursday talk at 3 p.m. where we can cover things about hypnosis and what it can do, what it can't do, and maybe your questions. Can I hypnotize you to talk like to speak like a dog, to talk like a dog? Probably. Can I hypnotize you? Like I teach my dog to talk like a human being, or teach a person to bark like a dog, right? So anyway, so I hope to see you guys over there on Thursday. Take care and bye now.
I think these videos are brilliant, and I'm sure you will like them too. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell.